All right. Just gonna work? Okay. I'll take it. Good morning. OBS forced an update on me. Like a fucking slut this morning. I gotta change my light. It's very blue. You're very blue. Enjoy a boob. Guys, welcome to my baking stream. Today we're gonna make cake. Just kidding. That didn't do it. I made you dimmer. Hold on. There we go. Anyways, good morning. And we're gonna make pancakes. Good morning, Frame. This weather, though, Rod, did you guys get gnarly fucking storms last night? Rinse dirt off your face? That sounds fun, Kozu. Wait, Adam's adulting. You're the, what does that mean? What are you, the trustee of a charity? Like you're in charge of all the money they're gathering and then to give it to the appropriate sources? Isn't that what a trustee does? Imagine if I didn't make that trash can with that little resin-covered fucking earbud. That's so gross. I don't know if we're humid or not, but it rained. We got some fucking crazy storms last night. The thunder and lightning was so loud I could hear it. I could feel it in my asshole. But I don't know. I don't know. Where would my humidity be? Do we have bad humidity today? Oh my god, what's your humidity? My humidity's 87%. No wonder I'm in such a fucking good mood. I'm thriving. This is my shit. This is where I live. I live for this. Like, put me in a terrarium and mist me. This is my shit, dude. I know so many of you live in humidity and fucking hate it. I live where there's no water. So when I get it, my body's like, yes! It's so nice. Oh my god. It's so fucking nice. I'm here to see you before you smoke. Oh, Knives, I'm actually in a really good mood today. You might not get it. It's 70. I have more humidity than you little bitch. 87%. And it feels great. No shit, Knives, I was just saying that. Like, I think that might be why I'm in such a good mood, because the humidity's out and it feels good on my skin. My skin doesn't feel like it's gonna tear in half for once. I got some new sleepy edibles. It's like taffy. Oh, that's dangerous. Tasty edibles are dangerous, but I'm excited for you. 66. I have more humidity than any of you. Oh, I love this. I'm thriving. When I'm rich and famous, I will live somewhere warm and humid. Like a mold or a fungus. The heat in CO, 100%. The heat everywhere is different. Like, I think it's very imperative everyone travels, because you don't want to be like my mom, who says things like, everybody in New Jersey's an asshole. I've never been, but I know. Don't be that person. If you haven't traveled outside the bounds of more than 3 states, sweet, sweet summer child, shut the fuck up. There's a whole world out there. You should see it. It's beautiful. But this, literally, Knives, on that note, like, one of the weirdest things I've noticed in my travels across the globe, the sun feels different everywhere. I don't know how to describe that, but the sun is different. It feels different everywhere I've been in the world. The sun in Thailand feels different. The sun in Germany feels different. The sun in Colorado feels different than the sun in Baltimore. It, of course, because I'm like fucking 8,000, what are we, like 8,000 feet up above sea level or something like that? But the sun genuinely feels different everywhere. Like, it's really important to travel and experience new things. Right, Mish? You and I are going to get along so well in the witch house. For those of you that hate humidity, I'm so sorry, but the witch plantation will be in a place that is warm with water. I'm not freezing in my retirement. I'm back in the States. I miss this place, meaning Katie streams, not particularly the States. Thank you, Burla. I appreciate that. Please go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. Yeah, the States aren't something I would miss right now. I have been in New Jersey, and I agree with your mom. I really like Jersey. What does that mean? What does that say about me? I really like the people there. Like, they don't waste my time. They don't make eye contact unless absolutely necessary, and they get the fuck out of my way. I love them. I genuinely, like, what does that say about me? I don't know. Maybe I'm just an antisocial chode. I really like it. I don't see it as rude. For me, and this is just me personally, but if you're like, how do I put this? This is rude to me, the example I'm going to give you. So when I first moved to Colorado, I go to the grocery store, and I'm just walking up and down the aisles, and an employee casually, hey, how's it going? Can I help you? No, I'm good. How's it going? That employee stopped working and decided to actually tell me how it's going for 25 minutes. That's rude. You've wasted my time. This was, for eons now, this has been an agreed upon socialization thing where it's just like, how are you? Good. How are you? Fine. Great. We don't actually care. I'm just acknowledging you as a human and I'd like to go on my way. How dare you stop and tell me about your family for 25 minutes? I've never forgot that. Rude. In my opinion. See, thread. Some people fucking love that shit. I get stressed out. It's not that I don't care, to be honest. It's that I can't not care. If we really want to get down to brass tacks, I'm incapable of not caring about somebody. A stranger starts telling me about their dog who's on some meds, I'm never going to stop thinking about it. That person, I've lived here 5 years. That was 5 years ago that person stopped me and decided to talk to me for 25 minutes. I'll never forget it. I can't not care about someone, and it's literally torturous to me how many people in my life I genuinely have to care about all the time. I don't have room for more. I do not invite you in my life to casually care about you. If you are in my life, if you are in my DMs, I care about you. Like, I care about you. I will do something if you are sad. I will go out of my way for you. I care about you. I can't fucking not. And so I need people to stop. Because it's too much. I'm tired. You know what I mean? Oh, I'd love to feel NZ sun. It feels brighter and harsher here, Kozu. It's really weird. Like, I've always had sensitive eyes to the sun. I don't know why. Just sensitive to bright sunlight. Since living in Colorado, like, we have this, like, shelf. It's like an IKEA thing that we put by the back door. And it's got, like, all our gardening gloves on it and poop bags for the dogs. And it's got, we literally have a shelf dedicated to sunglasses now because I can't go outside without them because it's so bright. It hurts my eyes all the time. The sun here is just different. It's different everywhere, though. I highly encourage travel because the rain feels different. Like, my dudes, if you're like me, born and raised in the Pacific Northwest, get your ass to Florida and experience that hot rain. You have no idea. It's wild. Like, it's like God's pissing on your head. Because I know if you're from the Pacific Northwest, you're like me. It's raining. It's going to get cold. It's going to be fucking cold. We're going to get cold. That's just what's going to happen. It's cold rain. It's ocean rain. Not in Florida. It's like God's just unleashing on you and you're like, oh my God, is that 80-degree water from the sky? What the fuck? Just to experience it. You need to experience these things. It's magical. You don't have to like it. You don't have to live there, but I think it's important to experience these things so you don't end up like my mom. I never been to Jersey, but they're all mean there. I know. If you haven't been, you have to shut up now. Can I help you? No? Cool. That is all I want, Cocky. If they keep talking after they wrap it up, then I get pissed. Oh, yeah. It's one of my biggest bugbears outside of the UK. People talk to me, stare at me, get in my way, fuck off, leave me alone. I know. Rod, bless her. Like, the amount of times I casually tried to walk away from that woman in the thrift store. This is such a good example. Rod, thank you for this. This is a really good example of what I mean. So, I told you guys the story, but, oh my God, Beth, my love. Bonjour, oui, oui. I love you. Rod and I went thrifting, and this woman randomly, like, walks up to us, and she goes, hey, y'all, can I be nosy? And she's like this Amazonian black woman. She's beautiful. She's got big old braids in a bun. She's stunning. And I'm like, you can interrupt me any day, ma'am. What's up? And she just stopped us literally just to compliment us on how we interact. That was it. The nicest lady. She was just like, I just love how y'all are interacting with each other. You're not on your phones. You're actually talking and communicating in public. And I think that's really cool. That was literally the only reason she stopped us. But we ended up stopped in that fucking aisle for at least 30 minutes. And me just like, I'm looking through the racks, I'm looking elsewhere, I'm backing away, looking through racks, I'm slowly moving down this aisle, like at a gracious pace so it doesn't look like I'm running away, but also at an obvious pace like I have things to do, and it's just not stopping. It won't stop, she won't stop. Nobody's stopping talking, and I'm stuck, and now I'm never gonna forget that woman, and I care about her. She told us about her daughter, and how her daughter has anger issues, and how her daughter took a glass ashtray and threw it at her mom's head, and her mom had to like warn her daughter's fiance to run away because her daughter's gonna kill him. I remember these things, and I can't forget them. I'm, you know, I care too much, I think. It's like a broken bone in my body. Oh, Hurts, the Shades. Have you ever read that poem? I mean, if you've read Lord of the Rings, or is it Hobbit? Is it The Hobbit? If you've read either of those books, you've read this poem. There's a really beautiful poem. It's actually, I think, a song by... Yes, I Sit Beside the Fire and Think by Bilbo Baggins. I've always wanted to get this actually tattooed on my body. This entire poem, I would die to get tattooed on my leg or something. I'll read it to you because it's real good. But literally, this poem is like existential in why I travel. I sit beside the fire and think of all that I have seen, of meadow flowers and butterflies in summers that have been, of yellow leaves and gossamer in autumns that were, with morning mist and silver sun and wind upon my hair. I sit beside the fire and think of a world that will be, where winter comes without a spring that I shall ever see. For there are still so many things that I have never seen. In every wood, in every spring, there is a different green. I sit beside the fire and think of people long ago, of people who will see a world that I shall never know. But all the while, I sit and think of times that were before. I listen for the returning feet and voices at the door. I'm gonna cry. That poem hits me so hard. That poem is just like, I feel like it's just like a, go do shit, you're dying. With a slap in the face. For those not looking, I slapped your face. Go do shit, you're dying. Every fucking moment, go do shit. I love that poem. I've always, like, actually, this tattoo, my big old scythe, this poem was supposed to go right here, like along, I don't know which direction, like here, along the scythe handle. But my tattoo artist told me that it's so big that it would crawl over on my stomach, and we like looked at it on a computer and it didn't look right, and I didn't like it. But I want to get that tattoo somewhere. It's so poignant, I think, to like get the fuck out of your house and live life. In MA, we tend to do that like 99% of the time, ignore strangers. Oh, dude. So I know it's weird because like I've lived so many places, I don't really feel I have an identity. But when I'm there, I feel that identity, if that makes sense. So like I lived in Western Washington for a very long time. So when I visit, I feel that identity. And when I lived in Baltimore, I lived there for a really long time. So when I visit, I feel that identity, et cetera, et cetera. So when I went home and visited my family, it was real weird because I guess like I'm starting to lose what it was like to live in Washington State. I'm starting to finally like feel what the music, I swear to God, keeps building in my ears. I can't hear myself think. Shut up. Anyways, I went on a hike with my mom. I don't think I told you guys this story. I went on a hike with my mom and my dad the morning that I was supposed to go hang out with Dan. And I mean, I did go hang out with Dan, but I was late because my mom's like, oh, your dad and I do this hike all the time. I know exactly where we're going. Cue my mom asking every single person we pass on the trail, do you know where we are? Do you know where we are? But something that I don't know if this has always been a Washington thing or I just totally forgot. Every single human you pass on the trail says hi and talks to you. Like, more than 3 people actually just stopped to talk to us on an active trail that we are hiking, and we were moving in opposite directions. And I actually stopped my mom, and I'm like, Mom, I think I realized something I like about Colorado better than Washington. I can go on a hike and no one tries to talk to me. What is this? I am out of breath and sweaty. I don't need to be doing that. I don't need to be communicating with you right now. What's happening? Like this small, and it's always small talk. It's always small talk, like the different variety of trees we're all surrounded by in the moment. It was weird. It was weird. Like, I guess I forgot that friendly nature of Washington State. That everybody just says hi. I call that over empathy. Which part? I have East Coast, mind you, manners vibes built in. Both parents from MA and PA, so it's second nature. But people on the West Coast either lag it up or they get pissed off interacting with others. The best like description of East Coast versus West Coast that I've ever heard is on the West Coast, and I agree with it. On the West Coast, people are very nice to your face, but they talk mad shit the moment you physically, literally turn around. Like physically, I could be looking at you talking, and I turn, and you'll go. It's immediate. West Coast. Immediate. East Coast, it's just all to your face. No one has any time to even give a fuck about you once your back is turned, and I like that. I like, if you're gonna be mean, just do it. It's fine. Be like, y'all, bitch, that fucking jacket is hideous. I'll be like, you're right, sick, and we move on with our day. I don't have to second guess your motives. I don't have to second guess the meaning behind your words. I'm not wondering, like, why the fuck are you manically smiling to me in a safe way? It's just, we just got the interaction over, and I love that. I don't, like, that's a lot of my family on the West Coast. Well, we're nice over here. We're nice. You've lost your niceness. They love to say that to me. My mom, oh my God, my girl used to be nice. What happened? My girl used to be nice to me. Ugh, she says that to me all the time now. My girl used to be nice, and I'm like, it's not real. How do you not sense that? How do you not feel it in your bones, that all of this is bullshit? Bullshit. Fuck. I sensed it when I was like 5. Is it rude that I'd be walking still as they were trying to talk to me? No, not at all. I would do the same, but like, in my mind, I would just be like, oh, they're not talking to me. They must be talking to somebody else. Why the fuck would a stranger just stop to talk to me in the trail? And I would just keep on my day. I saw a post on social media where people were complaining about the antisocial ways of Norwegians, saying we were cold and rude. Okay. I know I'm just some bitch on the internet, but like one of the glories of being a bitch on the internet is I have friends from every fucking corner of this globe. It's really cool. Like literally people travel to TwitchCon to come hang out with our community from all over, including Scandinavia. I know a lot of y'all Scandies up there in Northern Europe. Let's use LZT as an example. One of the warmest, kindest, most selfless humans you will ever encounter in your life. And I've known LZT for the better part of 8 years. I'm not genuinely one of the kindest people you'll ever meet in your life. And he's fucking Swedish to the bone. Johnny Scar, another one. So warm. Literally can't see the guy without him giving me the biggest bear hug ever and picking me up. Warm. Wonderful. But they don't, I don't know how to say this. Tell me if I'm off on this, Kozu. There's no bullshittery small talk. It's all valuable. They respect my time. So it's not like, hey, how are you? Good. Hey, how are you? None of that. They won't even say that. They'll just walk in the house, sit down, and start reading a book. But if they actually are wondering how I am, they'll come sit next to me, look me in the eye, hold my hand, and go, how are you? And I'll go, oh, haha, fine. No, how are you? I'd take that intention any fucking day over casual interaction. Any fucking day. But I like genuine humans, so I don't know. Anyways, sorry, that pisses me off for you. I'm sorry that happens. That really tripped me out because Norwegians were unfathomably lovely to me. See, almost without exceptions, and they do not make idle small talk, and they do not get up in your face. I could only assume it was chatty Americans that were complaining. You know what's crazy? It's gotta be. Because I've read reports that say, like, people in Finland, I think, are some of the literally the happiest people in the whole world. Same with, like, Iceland, I think. Like, the people are so satisfied. Like, they're just very happy in existence. Wow. Well, you know what I mean, kind. I'll take kind any day over nice. Nice is fake. In large groups, you know, never know if anybody's being honest. In large numbers, it's like everybody's eight-faced. Very much so, yes. It's all just masking. It's just hyper-masking because we're all taught, like, you can't be yourself in public or something. I'll say I got a Gen Z stare in real life the other day when I showed a girl a bee I saved. Wait, what is a Gen Z stare? Wait, what is that? I literally am never around youths. What does that mean, Beth? What's a Gen Z? Can I Google it? Should I Google it? What does that mean? Wait, Beth, wait. Gen Z stare? What it... They just stare at you blankly? Okay, I have a theory. All this generation stuff is for the most part completely bullshit. It's just like the older generations, what's the word? Observing younger generations as they grow up. Because tell me millennials don't have a, wow, you said something stupid and I don't know how to respond stare. Tell me Gen X doesn't have a, oh my fucking God, you're so detached from reality stare. Tell me my boomer mom doesn't have a, don't be weird stare. You can call it whatever you want. We all have that, oh, you said fucked up shit and I don't know how to respond, so I'm just going to sit here and go. Half the emotes y'all have made for me are me doing the stare. I think it's literally just like, oh, it must be a Gen Z thing because they've hit the age where they're developing the you said fucked up shit and I don't know how to respond stare, but we all develop that stare at that age. It's just like Gen Z's at this stage when they're doing it. But I'll tell you right now, I would say literally, including Zach, the vast majority of people in my life are probably Gen X. No. Them motherfuckers can eat you with their eyes.
Fuck you with Satan's cock.
You don't know what it's like to be broken down by a gaze until it's by a latchkey kid who grew up on MTV and had to use the knobs on the TV to change the channels. You don't know what that Gen Z stare. What, their phone was on the other side of the room and they didn't want to get up and get it? Okay. Okay. Sorry. You Gen Xers scare me more than anything. You were hardened by the time you were 5. I swear to God. Like, Gen X are just, like, the goal. I think boomers wish. Boomers wish they could be Gen X. I have no idea what you're talking about. Look me in the fucking eye with that tone of voice hurts. Like a Gen Z stare. No. Stop it. Same shit, different name. Literally, just exactly. It's just like, you know, Gen Z is going to do this about Gen Alpha. When Gen Z is my age, they're going to be like, oh my God, the Gen Alpha stare? Or what is it? The millennial pause? You know what's really respectful is to pause and think before you respond to somebody, because you know what it means? It means you were there listening to that person and you weren't just waiting for your turn to respond. If you literally respond within a millisecond of me stopping talking, I know you didn't listen and you're not interacting with me, you're just waiting for your turn to flap your fucking mouth. I don't understand. The fucking picking apart generations shit is weird to me. My shit jumped! Jay Horton, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving any swings. Please go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexy than pure consent, and I fucking appreciate you. Thank you. I think, like, this is just, and I don't know if it's real, but I notice with millennials that we have, like, a dead stare, but I think we were, like, one of the last generations to be taught, like, don't emote. Raise your hand if you're a millennial and before the age of 15 you heard the term soft parenting. So we were, like, this is just my assumption, like, just on observation. I think we were the last generation with, like, possibly boomer parents that, you know, boomer parents were like, your emotion, stop it, that's embarrassing to the whole family. We're all having a great time and you're really bringing us down. And so we were just like, okay. And we forgot how to feel. So now we just, like, every 6 months have some, like, fucking mental breakdown and go about our day. But I don't know. I can only speak to my personal experience. No, I'm not Gen X. I'm Gen Z. I'm a millennial. I know! Hurts, you're not the first and you're not the 15th person to say they thought I was a Gen X. I was raised by older parents. I think I was just raised like a Gen X kid. I was very much raised latchkey kid. Like, when I describe this person, me. But, like, not in that era. I was born in 88. I'm a strong millennial. I think I'm right in the middle of millennials, right? Boomers made most of us, yeah. Like, I think Gen Z is the first, like, generation that's not mainly made by boomers, right? Just age. Correct me if I'm wrong, because Gen Z was mostly born when boomers were, like, in their 60s and 50s, I think. My parents are boomers. This is why I'm guessing. I'm just literally basing it off my parents. Moves over to my ages. Oh, Nana, come sit with me. We can snuggle. Fuck, wait, damn it. Another thing. No, it's okay. Gen X tendencies. Because I was raised, my parents are in their 70s. I'm the second youngest of 8 children, so I'm like down the line. But I'm still being a millennial is weird. And this is, again, I'm just speaking to personal experience, but like, there's a huge portion of the world that looks at millennial and goes, oh, you were born into phones. Raise your hand if you had a cell phone in 1988. I didn't see a car phone until I was in 5th grade. I don't know where any of that came from. We were not born to technology. I'm pretty sure millennials were the last generation to be born without it and then have it. I wasn't born with an iPhone in my hand, but it's been there the vast majority, like at least half my life. iPhones didn't really come about until I was like in college, I think. Ish. But like half of millennials probably kind of were born into technology. I don't know. The younger ones. We're like the bridge between internet, no internet. Exactly. We were born into the world. And that's why I think a lot of, like Mishy says, I have Gen X tendencies. Because I was born in the woods to people who are older boomers. And we did not have technology until I was in my 20s. And then it became a normal thing. But like, I'd give it up. I'm not a fan. We never had a rotary phone, but God, I still, like, when I watch a movie, and I'm sure I can't be the only one here, does anyone else get, like, a little, ASMR, I know most of us don't like ASMR here, but I can't think of another word for it. It's like ASMR nostalgia, when someone, that giant white phone off the wall, and then it's the ta-dunk, 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 ta-dunk. And then, like, just the sounds of the plastic, like, squeaking against your head of the phone and the fucking cord. Anyone else? It's the same nostalgia I get when someone closes a classic car and it's that thunk of steel. And when you have to open that door, that handle is thunk. I love that. I like it. It's weirdly nostalgic of my childhood. That broken the kitchen phone, you know exactly what I'm talking about, with the 20-foot coil cord that you would either spend your entire call trying to coil the right direction, because of course it had recoils in it, or you were untangling it, or you were spinning it around your leg. 100%. I think when we finally meet, the three of us are going to sound like riding magpies. We'll be heard down the street for the first, 100%. 100%. And if we don't get magpie salutes, I'm out. Rotary phones, they just took so long to dial. Like, God forbid you had 9s and 8s in your fucking phone number. Wasn't iPhone like 2007? Yeah. My second year of college. Which, I'm not here to age myself, but that was 17 years ago. No, it was 19 years ago. Like, it's almost 20 years ago. I don't want to freak you out or anything. I graduated high school in 2006. I know a lot of you are older than me and you're like, God, Katie, you baby. But when we're saying, like, the iPhone wasn't that long ago, it was almost 20 years. Like, it was almost a legally drinking adult in the army protecting our country. Weird, right? Should we smoke about it? Youngin' by 5 years. Cleve, I'm so sorry. You and I are officially old enough that 5 years isn't that much anymore. Like... Today's my 18th anniversary at starting at my company. That's wild. I remember when area codes got added to phone numbers. You know what's crazy? I still have the same phone number I had in high school. And, like, where I went to school in Eastern Washington. So, like, if you look at the state of Washington and you see the Cascade Mountains going down the state, everything east of those mountains has the same area code. I want all y'all New Yorkers to go look at a map of the United States of America and conceptualize that for me. Look at those Cascades. So it's like maybe 1/3 of Washington state is the West Coast, Seattle, and there's a million area codes. Mine was 360. Represent 360, motherfuckers. You get east of those mountains, like, I'm not kidding, you drive across the mountains, the entirety of the state, every single human being east of those mountains has a 509 number. That's how few people are in Eastern Washington. And to this day, you can still get a 509 number. They have not run out. Isn't that weird? I still have it. 509. Represent. But like when I see a 509, I know exactly where you're from. You see a 509 or you hear of a 509 and I'm like, bitch, I know where you're from. What's up? What's up, redneck? Let's go. I love that I don't have to do math to figure out how long ago I graduated high school. I just have to ask Katie how old she is. I mean, it's kind of a cheat code, to be fair. That's not bad. I had to pop in and brag that I finally got a job at a dispensary. Oh my god, what? Pred, shut the fuck up. Is it amazing? Are you just living your best life? Dude, I'm so jealous. You know, if for some reason Twitch went down and I just didn't know what to do for a living, I'd probably go work at it. I'd try to go work as a bud tender or something. I think I'd have fun. Cheers. Or it's going to immediately clog. Every day. Every day you're a piece of shit and I want to set you on fire. Oh my god, I do set you on fire. Isn't the irony lost there? Lincoln recently got another area code. God, that's weird. When I was growing up, we only dialed the area code if we were calling long distance. Yes. Does long distance even exist anymore? Like, is that still a factor some of y'all have to worry about? I have Google Fi, which, if you worry about long distance, I'm here to tell you that Google Fi is international all the time, everywhere, so you'll never have to pay long distance again. I'm not sponsored, but I do have a discount code if you want it. So if you're like me and you travel a lot and you don't want to worry about your phone roaming or something, Google Fi is the shit. Really, anything not in the state is considered long distance and is rated differently. See, I didn't know. Always clean your glassware. Dude, it's this fucking narrow. I hate this bowl. It's this narrow neck right here. It literally every day gets plugged. And I think it's because of how I smoke a bowl. I nurse my bowls. You guys know this. If you don't, welcome to my stream. I smoke pot all day, and this is how I do it. I'm not sitting here hitting and roasting a fucking entire bowl every time you and I hit a bowl. I do these little micro hits, and I circle the bowl. And what happens is I do my little micro hit, and then I top it with my lighter, and I think the heat causes the resin to drip down into that fucking neck and plug it. Do the Gen X feel like they've run out of reading material now that there's the internet, or is it better with the internet? I think I read exponentially more because there's the internet. Because, and it's so silly, but honestly, like, the amount that I read on Kindle is a lot. Like, how do I say this? So I have a stack of books I'm reading all the time. If I'm going to bed and Zach is watching a movie, it really drives him crazy for me to have my little desk light on because it like glares into the edge of his eyes, which I completely respect and understand. So normally I'd be like, well, guess I'm not reading, and I just wouldn't read anymore. I just whip my iPad out and I'm like, and I just read a different book. I read a shit ton. Like, I never stop reading now because I don't have to ever stop reading, and that's really nice. But it didn't make me give up books. I still much prefer a physical book over digital any day. .555 was used the prefix because no numbers had been assigned to a prefix 555. Yeah, that was the movie prefix, wasn't it, for the longest time? Google Fi doesn't cover my area. I had a giant ass pain dealing with them. I'm jealous that it works. That is fucked up, Viata. Okay, question. I'm sorry but like, how do I say this? I don't know how Google Fi doesn't work in your area if any cell phone carrier works in your area, because the way that Google Fi works is it just leeches off every other cell phone tower. So like, if there's any cell phone tower near you, Google Fi should be able to leech off that cell phone tower. So, I'm not saying you're an idiot. Like, this just sounds like someone's fucking with you. This is fucked up. Why can't you hook onto that tower? No shit, Eddie Bauer changed their logo after 60 years from a script font to print because Gen Z. Oh, wait, because they can't read cursive? Wait, is it because they can't read fucking cursive? Oh, it's because there's no fucking cell tower near you. That sucks. That's like my parents' house. Literally, Viata, my mom and dad are getting internet. It's being dug out to them, and they lived there 10 years. They've lived, and it's like, it's really not middle of nowhere. It's called Big Lake outside. It's in Washington State, but it's so weird. There was nothing. They couldn't, I think I've told you this, but they had these weird little routers all over their house that apparently give them some sort of signal so they'd have some sort of Wi-Fi, but they've never had internet. It's really bizarre. Wait, what are you allergic to, Nana? Same, Sarah. My iPad literally travels from room to room to room with me. And also, I love that I just have the Kindle app. So, like, if I don't have my iPad on me and I'm being lazy, I can just pull up my phone and pull up the Kindle app, and it just opens my book to the page I left it on my iPad. It's super lazy reading, but like Viata said, like, literally, articles are being posted. People are writing things every day, and the speed with which they can be posted on the internet, like, I truly feel like I will never run out of entertainment. I can just keep reading, and there's, like, I do Kindle Unlimited, so there's so many free books on there I can read and read and read and read and read and read and read. I love reading. I absorb yeah. Ooh, Crispy, I haven't opened Discord today. We should look at gardening stuff. Oh, Red Dragon Rob. So I've told you, have you heard about my zucchini woes? My woes of zucchini and squash? Sorry, I'm catching up on chat. I have. I wish I would have weighed it. Genuinely super wish I would have weighed my squash. I confirmed with my camp lead, no water. Thank you for asking. Literally, Rod, I just wanted you to ask. Like, it's so important for you to feel comfortable asking a question at any given time ever out there, because you could die if you don't. You just have to be open to, like, just asking. You just never know. Also, you can't pour water out on the playa. I'm so serious about this. You will be fined over $270 if someone catches you doing this on the playa. Water's not natural on the playa, so you can't do that. You cannot dump gray water on the playa, nothing. So you would have had to pack it all out, and what a bitch. What a fucking bitch. What a bitch. Why can't you pour water on the playa? Do you remember Rain Burn? Do you remember what the rain did to Burning Man? That's why. The playa is made of this ridiculously fine fucking silt stuff that turns into suction clay immediately. Immediately. You lose your shoes. You cannot get them out. It is crazy what that shit turns to if it gets wet. And if you think about it, we're in the fucking middle of the desert. Like, it's not natural for water to be dumped out there. And so this is, I know I talk about Burning Man too much. I'm not even going this year, but this is the thing about Burning Man, right? Burning Man is a festival on national land, in a national park. We build a city in a national park on state land, and the only reason we're allowed to return every year is we leave it exactly the way that we found it. Exactly. Like, down to sweeping away car tracks. Does that make sense? Because if we leave anything, including a wet spot or a muddy hole or something, because someone decided to dump a shit ton of water, they can say, no, you never get to come back again. Ever. If they find a stray hair or a piece of sequence in the ground, they can tell us we never get to come back again. That's all it takes. So that's why, like, mooping and shit like that is really, really taken seriously out there, because it's us basically taking care of our right to come back. It's not just being anal psychos. It's just like, this is what the state said, so we have to do this, otherwise we never get to come back and party here ever again. It's like a $300 fine if you piss on the playa. Do not piss on the playa. That's stupid. In my opinion, you must be super fucked up if you're pissing on the playa, because there are porta potties everywhere. Everywhere. Every quarter of a mile, there's a string of porta potties. And I think it's even more than that. I don't know the exact distance, but it's like if you look at the half circle of it, every single chunk of street, there's a row of Portos. And then every chunk this way, there's a row of Portos. Like, you should not be pissing on the playa. It's gross. Yep, they literally get hardcore cleaned out every single day. There's these huge ass trucks come in, suck them out, and then hose them out on the inside too. They're clean as fuck. No, they're literally the best taking care of Portos. And I think I took pictures last year and I showed you guys. But one of my favorite things, and I hope Rod gets to experience something like this when he's here, is people decorate the porta potties. Like, next year when I go, I'm going to be decorating a Porto. So last year, my favorite Porto was decorated on the inside like Ted Lasso. So when you opened the door, someone really nerded out. They figured out a trigger so it sounded like an entire crowd cheering you on when you opened the door. Like, it was like, yeah, fuck it! And then you close the door and it would stop. And there were posters all over and trophies. And there was a little plastic soccer ball in the urinal. It was hilarious. Like, people really go all out. When I was at Loveburn, there was a Porto that was themed like the Minions. So you open the door, you get in, nothing. You have no idea what's going on. You sit down to pee, and you start hearing giggling, Minion giggling. And then they're like, oh, banana. Fucking hilarious. It's just so weird. But there's shit like that all over the playa that you should go search some Portos. You might find a fun decoration. It's great. Oh, yeah, it's fun. It's awesome, but they're very clean. They're really... And then when you go on Deep Playa, there's actually... It's a camp that does this, but they have... What would you call them? They're like green Portos out there, so they like create electricity with the piss and the shit. Crazy. I wish Dragon Fest was like that. This pagan festival had de-evolved so badly. The old-timers stay late to pick up trash. Hurts. It's pretty crazy what Burning Man is. It's Weave, by the way, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any swings. I fucking appreciate you. Being a part of the Burning Man crew is pretty cool because it's not a chore. No one's upset about it. It's genuinely like, if you see someone riding their bike across the playa and dead stop, get off their bike and start picking through the dirt, they're probably on their way to meet people at some amazing party that they're going to be at until 4 a.m., but they saw Moop. Moop, M-O-O-P, stands for matter out of place. Anything that shouldn't be on the playa, which is anything. Nothing lives on the playa. Nothing. It's just dust. Not even birds, not bugs. Nothing lives out there. So nothing. Nothing should be there. So a lot of people will just dead stop, and start picking stuff up, because if you don't, we never get to come back. It's just taking care of, the situation, which is cool. But it kind of like ruins you for the world, because you go out there to Burning Man and you're there for an entire week where it's just like this culture of people just want to gift you food and gift you things, and people just want to hang out, and no one leaves trash on the ground, and everyone's picking stuff up. And then you go to the real world and you see someone like rip a Snickers out of a wrapper and throw it in a baby's face and like stomp on a critically endangered species, and then like piss on your grandma, and you're just like, oh my God. And you kind of want to like live at Burning Man a little bit, because it's the that we call it the mundane world. We don't talk about it at Burning Man. That's a lot of the reason why people get burner names. They don't even want to bring their real name to the burn. Like, that's how hard we reject society at a certain point. Is because it's just so fucked up at this point that we're all just like, this is my sacred space. Like, when you're on the playa, no one wants to know what you do for a living, and they don't want to tell you what they do for a living. That's not the small talk out there. The small talk is, how's your spirit today? How is your soul doing? My soul wants music. Let's fucking, you know what? There's a camp 2 streets down that's doing quesadillas. Let's go get a couple quesadillas and ride our bikes out to that big dragon thing and listen to music for 3 hours. Okay. I think that's what my spirit needs today, is a quesadilla and 3 hours of music. Let's do that. That's the small talk on the playa, and I live for that. I don't, like, what you do for a living does not define you in any way, shape, or form, most of the time. Obviously, what I do for a living kind of does, but, Nuh-uh, your friend built a dragon? Shut the fuck up. That is so cool. Oh, we're not worthy. You have touched the hands that made the dragon. The fact that I said the dragon and you knew exactly what I was talking about is incredible, and I love you for that. That makes me so happy. Thank you. The Naga and the Captainess. Absolutely. That's fucking awesome. Thanks, Katie. Now I want a quesadilla. I mean, Cleve, you're welcome. Oh my God, you reminded me. I got the ramen. I got the ramen. Oh no. 1, 2. It's so much ramen. Whoopsie daisy. So I got a shit ton of ramen. For those that weren't around for the past week, Beth, very casually, Beth and Max, I'm just gonna keep, this story of this is my favorite part. Beth and Max were just casually sitting around after returning from vacation in their home state of Texas, where all these horrible floods are going on, and Texas isn't taking care of anybody and has no resources to do so because they just gave up on anything and refused help from the state, which is insane, or from the country, which is crazy. And they casually were just like, hey, you want to ask some of our friends online if they want to, like, just raise some money for Texar? That's genuinely how this started. Let's just ask a couple people. And Beth just randomly shoots out a little message like, hey, you want to raise some money for Texar, Texas Search and Rescue? Hey, you want to, like, a handful of us were like, yeah, let's fucking do that. Y'all raised $70,000. $70,000 in maybe 6 hours. Maybe 6 hours. 70,000 fucking dollars. And the best part of that is that's the amount of money that founded Texas Search and Rescue. So the coolest part about this is we, like, casually gathered to raise a couple $100 for, you know, Texas Search and Rescue, because, like, what else do you do as who we are? And what we learned is that Jimmy Buffett, like Margaritaville, Jimmy Buffett, allegedly donated $70,000 to help found Texas Search and Rescue. So we just accidentally slipped and fell and raised some fucking Buffett money, my dudes. So be proud of that. I don't know why I brought this up, but thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, because of the ramen. So basically, because this was so short notice, normally for charity stuff, I try to come up with silly stuff. Like, for instance, very soon I will be doing, attempting? I don't know the word here. Cabaret, but dressed as Steve from Blue's Clues. Just an example of the things I like to do for charity. Zach and I are going to dress up like lunch ladies. We're going to put our dogs in hot dog costumes, and we're going to do a flight of hot dogs with hot sauces on them. That is another thing that is coming up soon because we did charity. I love to do things like this, but we didn't have a chance. So I was trying to think of something fun, and I was like, you know what? What if we just tried every single ramen known to man? I shouldn't come up with ideas on my own, clearly. Because now I have a year's worth of ramen. I made one last night, though, and oh god, they're so fucking tasty. So, my original idea was to do, like, a flight of all these ramens and just, like, taste every single one and do, like, a gradating spice scale up to the spiciest one ever. But that's physically impossible. There's too many ramens. Literally, we wouldn't be able to do it in one day, and I don't, like, many reasons. I don't think we could do it in one day. I physically can't eat that much food, and what do I say all the time, my dudes? What do I literally say constantly? I fucking hate food waste. I fucking hate food waste. I'm not a proponent of food waste. It literally makes me nauseous. I hate it. We are in a living crisis. There are people in this world, children, human beings who don't deserve it, who are starving to death. Starving to death. Food waste. I don't care what kind of content I'm out here to make. I will never make the kind of content that adds to the problems of the world. And that feels like it's just literally adding problems to the world. So, I was talking to Zach about it last night. He kind of had a cool idea. So, there's the super spicy ones. That's what we're going to do together. We together as one are going to take those horrific ones out of there, and we're going to do a little, like a 5 ramen flight or something of the super ridiculous spicy ones, like from a mild to the worst one ever, and we'll do that together. And then what I thought we could do is, like, every Sunday have ramen hour where we do like 5 ramens, because that's enough where, like, Zach and I can try it, and then I'll make the mega ramen and I can keep that as leftovers and I'll eat that. like the mega ramen, meaning throwing all the ramens into one pot, putting that in a fucking thing in the fridge, then it's not, the idea of wasting all of the noodles and shit just makes me sick. I know it's just ramen. I know it's 25 cents a piece, whatever. It's still food. Still food someone out there doesn't have. That seems fucked up and hurts. Don't spoil the ending. So I have a shit ton of doubles and I want to go donate them to the women's shelter downtown. I know it's spicy ramen. It's not the best food for people who are homeless or housing, struggling with housing. It's not the best because you need water and stuff like that. But I don't know what else to do. It makes me feel gross and I hate food waste. So literally hurts 100%. That's literally my idea. I got a ton of doubles in here. So I figure we'll try all the ones we can. And then I'm going to take a big old box of it's going to be 50 ramens or something like that. And just take them down to the women's shelter. I know I say the women's shelter all the time, but that's kind of I'm not a bajillionaire. I'm not rolling. I can't physically donate to every fucking shelter and homeless shelter and facility that I want to. So I try to focus on one that I can really make a difference in instead of just not making a difference in 10. Does that make sense? So you guys know, I have a subscription of tampons that goes to the women's shelter. I have a subscription of coffee that goes to the women's shelter from Trade Coffee. I do little things like this that I'm just it's the little things I think that can make a difference. And even if I'm not one of those people that's here's bajillions of money, tampons make a difference in someone's fucking day, my dudes. Can you imagine having your period, being homeless, and nothing to, no sanitary pad whatsoever? What do? Shove a sock up there. So we try to do that. You do that, I'll donate $50. Ooh, hurts. Hold on. I'll get you the contact info for that chair, for the, unless you want to, are you going to donate it to a local one? Local to you? Hotel room coffee pot ramen will keep you alive 100%. Yes. I try to think of things like that, or things that are just foods that you can make on the go that you don't necessarily need to sit and eat somewhere. Well, that's what I'm most 7-Elevens offer free hot water. So it's just exactly, it's just noodles in a spice packet. That's really it. But it's something. A lot of people don't have that something. And that the idea that someone doesn't have the 10 cents to buy a ramen is gross. But what was that thing dude, I had this thought the other day and I shot it at you guys. Man, if it's just implied that we all have to go out and make a living every day, is it not also implied that none of us deserve to live just inherently because we're born here? Kind of wild, right? I'd rather donate it closer, but no, donate it closer. I think you should donate, we always say, Hurts, right? Shop local. You should shop local, support your local community. I think that's doing just as much help as donating to a shelter in Denver. Help your local community and I'll help mine. No, I'm into that. I had to make a note. I think that's important. And it's not, I don't think the importance of helping local is, what's the word? Expressed enough? I will. You can also make it room temp water is kind of perfect food in many ways. Really? Good. I used to love those cheap-ass red beef ramen from Walmart. I haven't been able to eat them anymore. The last few years, they trigger my acid. They're really high in salt. Those little flavor packets are crazy high in sodium. But if you're eating once a day and that's your only meal, that's a lot. Also, Red Dragon, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive and giving any ones that Prime sub. Don't forget your Prime subs. Every time you do, Jeff Bezos gets a $5 bill shoved up his greasy-ass G-string, and that motherfucker does nothing for society. You should stop it. Find someone who needs a smile and give him that sub. I appreciate you. School lunches should be free 100%. Anyone who doesn't agree with that, I think, is a fucking monster. Yeah. Unfortunately, when Mexico sent emergency rescue crews to help with the Texas floods, they had ICE detain a lot of them. Big shocker there. It's disgusting. Manchurian has literally saved my life in really scary broke times. Think how many millions can also say that. 100%. Who lived off that shit in college? For me, it was Top. But like Top Ramen or Manchurian, they might even Manchurian or whatever, they might even literally be owned by the same company because they look so fucking similar. I have no idea. But those 10-cent packets of ramen are what got my medical degree. I feel very confident in saying that. That salt fueled my degree. Did you do ramen at Burning Man? We honestly, I do exclusively those. The Mountain Man meals. I never know what they're called. What are those things called? They're just like freeze-dried meal you add boiling water to because you don't need a bowl. So like make sure to read the instructions, but like you just tear off the top and you pour hot water into that bag and then you seal it and wait 15 minutes. And then that bag is your bowl. You just don't want to like I don't need to there's no silverware and shit out there. Like what are you going to do? So no, yeah, I like those Mountain Man meals cuz they're just I don't need a bowl, I don't need a plate, I don't got to do no dishes. It's in the bag. Put it in the bag. So good. Especially those little rectangle school pizzas. Everyone should have the joy of those for free. Good God. For me, my favorite school lunch was cheese zombies. I actually really want to make this with you guys on stream one day because someone actually put a recipe for it online. Not that it's probably the most complicated thing in the world, but a cheese zombie is this. It's not this, it's not this, it's this. It's very specific. Lots of people will try to fool you and be like, oh, a cheese zombie, it's a cheese filled. No, it's not. It's a pan. It's this. A cheese zombie was bread in a big old sheet pan, Velveeta or whatever, American cheese, and then dough, and then you put it in the oven, bake it, and then they cut it up into these giant fucking giant squares of just cheesy, delectable bread. I think about this a lot. I think about a cheese zombie a lot. Just don't vomit on my fucking cheese zombie. School tater tots were the best. They were. Best were Jamaican beef patties. What the fuck? You spoiled son of a bitch. You got Jamaican food in school? What kind of first-rate fucking institution did you go to? You didn't have, like, the penitentiary food off of the van that says for prison consumption? I didn't know people went to school where that didn't happen. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, how... There were some... Oh, my God, it's Connecticut. No shit. You guys aren't allowed penitentiary food. Do you guys even have a prison? I think you got an apple or something with it, David. To be honest, I wasn't a hot lunch kid. My mom was very much of the opinion that hot lunch was overpriced, and I was a brown sack kid. But on Cheese Zombie Day, I would bring my own money and get hot lunch because I wanted that cheese zombie so fucking bad. But I was not a hot lunch kid. Definitely brown bag kid. Oh my God, thank you, Crispy. I forgot. I literally sat here and stared at Discord for a good couple minutes and was like, I don't know why you're here. I don't know what you're doing up there, but you're up. What are you building? Oh, shit. Irrigation system. I know nothing of nothing. So I'm just going to go, wow. Whoa. What are you doing? Why does this look like a pool drain? Why is this raised right here? What is this? What's happening? What's that? Also, I'm just like inherently jealous of how fucking green it is there. Look at all that green. Just like being green. Bastards, you're green. Everything. What is this? Yeah, fucking yeah, green. Is that the berm of Crispy? Wait, is that a berm? I have a line like this in my yard, but it's where the water line is. Like, that's my line of don't dig there, Katie. There's water there. But this is the thing that looks like a pool drain. But I guess this is probably the area. Oh, shit. So this is where the water will come out. And then it goes like you're building like a fucking moat. Are you going to have a moat? Are you going to have a goddamn moat? No shit, there was a good population, Jamaican population in Hartford, Connecticut. Oh yeah, we also had that kind of food. You did have the nasty school food then. Okay, yeah. Hartford, Connecticut's one of the scariest places I've ever been, senor. Have I ever told you about my time in Hartford? Weird. What a weird city. Like, have you ever been in a city where on the weekends it's deserted? Like, actually, though. Like, not like, oh my God, there's like nobody here. Like, actually nobody here. Like, you can just walk down the middle of a 4-lane freeway. Hartford, Connecticut on the weekends because nobody lives there. They all drive outside of the city. Because Hartford, Connecticut is literally supported by Heartland Insurance. Heartland Insurance owns like the vast majority of insurance companies in the United States. You think you're getting a different insurance company? We're all under the same umbrella. And by we, I mean you because I don't have health insurance. They're almost all owned by Heartland Insurance. Hartford, Connecticut is literally exists because of insurance companies. The devil. So on the weekends, there's nobody there because no one lives in the city. And it's just like, and I'm not exaggerating, piles taller than me of homeless people sleeping on each other because they're freezing to death. Puddles of blood in the road. I have pictures. I have pictures of these phenomena. Hartford, Connecticut is fucking weird. That's one of the weirdest cities I've ever been in. And when I was there, granted, this was back when I was in college, which was a bit iPhone ago. There was a statistic where it was like Connecticut was the wealthiest state in the union, but Hartford was the poorest city in the union. So, like, Connecticut was the richest state, but it also had the poorest city in the United States. It was crazy. I can't remember exactly what it was. But what a weird city to be in. Like, again, y'all need to travel. Traveling is so important. I want to learn chemistry. Yes, I do, Viata. Is that even a question? Magnissimo! Magnissimo. Last night in a movie night, we were all talking about how hard we're going to hug you. It was weird. Did you feel weird last night? Like maybe a group of strangers were just talking about you? Oh, no shit. It's even weirder after the pandemic. Half the workers are remote now, so it's even more deserted. God, that's weird. It's very creepy. Have you been, Mish? It's very creepy. Very, very creepy city. So weird. And then, like, Monday, all of a sudden, it's like a normal city. You wake up in the morning, and it's honks and sirens and all the city ASMR, and you're like, what the fuck? But, I mean, the weekends? Nothing. No people. It was like Silent Hill. It was very much like walking through a Silent Hill city. It was weird. I actually dragged my suitcase down a 6-lane highway in the middle of it. Like, at 9 p.m., just like, crazy. Nothing. There's no people. There's nothing. It was so weird. One of the weirdest experiences of my life. But I had a really good time, honestly. The people are great. The rain's going to divert into that box. There's a hole on the other side. You can't see it. And it's going to collect water from our downspout. Oh, so you're making like that's awesome. You're making like a natural irrigation system. Oh, I love that. Your poor back. Mag, you didn't. I'm down. I get a pre-hug. I win. I mean, you've known me long enough. You know I'm not going to kill you on purpose. I mean, I'm not going to kill you. It's weird slip up. There's a guided tour of abandoned news dispensers. Shut up, an actual guided tour? That's hilarious. You know, honestly, VR, I think all of our food was mystery meat when I was in school. When I said penitentiary food, I was not joking. We actually saw the truck drive up to deliver the food, and it said, for consumption of, not prisoners. Oh, what's another word for prisoners? And then the boxes said penitentiary food. And we were like, oh, that's what we're fed. Okay. None of the food was recognizable as anything. It was like mince something. Mince? Institutional, for institutional consumption or something like that. Inmate consumption. It literally said for something consumption only. It was so weird. And like, we were the yearbook squad. So we were just outside like taking pictures and we looked and we were like, what the fuck? Is that what we've been fed? Okay. If it's good enough for prisoners, I guess it's good enough for us. It was like gray and then they'd try to put like a brown gravy on it. So then it just turned into this weird taupe shade. But I don't know what it was. If it was actually food or not. Probably not. Probably. I don't know. My chat just did the double thing. It's done it 3 times today. What's going on, Twitch? Figure your shit out. They really didn't think about this wording. What is that? Is that for tomorrow? Tomorrow's Faded Friday. I don't know if any of you know. It's just a silly Instagram post. Rod, do you know what I do every Friday all fucking day? For like the past 8 years? I spend my whole day watching silly little motherfucking Instagrams. Rod, do you hang out for Faded Friday? Like, genuinely, real question. Do you throw links and disappear all day, or do you actually hang out? Because literally half of what we watch is funny stuff. Did you even know that? Are you even my mod? I don't know if you do if you didn't know that half of what we watch is funny shit. Like, that's where we... What? I'm just confused why you would think a silly Instagram post isn't appropriate for Faded Friday if you've literally ever been here for Faded Friday. I'm not calling you out like maybe you put me on mute and only participate in chat kind of like you do in Discord, but is that what you're doing? It's fine if you don't want to watch what everyone else is watching and what we're all talking about when we're all currently enjoying, but like it's really hard to include you in the conversation if you have no idea what the fuck is going on. And I'm so sorry, I can't have a mod that doesn't know we watch funny shit on Fridays! What the fuck? Help me! Who are you? I'm gonna spank him in the throat bones. Don't hit people in the throat bones. Don't hit people in the throat bones. Those are sensitive bones. It's just like, it's very visceral to pretend you're gonna hit someone in the throat bones. Everybody goes, oh god, my throat bones. Rodbert's getting choked out. Let's fucking go! Dude, could I even... No, I could reach his neck. Rod's one of the few people out there that are significantly taller than me by some inches. So, like, if anyone could possibly get away, it might be Rod. Right in the throat! Right in the throat bones. I love you, Rod. Go think about, maybe go watch a VOD of Faded Friday and refresh yourself what we do all on. For those that don't know, every Friday, literally for the past 8 years, because the first 2 years of it, I was living in a non-legal atmosphere where I didn't know how to smoke pot on stream. For the past, 8 years, we gather on Fridays, and it's good vibes. That's the true definition of Fridays. It's not music. It's good vibes. That being said, I get the vast majority of my good vibes from masturbation and music. So, we can only do one of those things here on this stream. So we stick to music a lot of the times, but absolutely the funny shit. The thing is, you do run the risk of me going, what the fuck is that? Why is this funny to you? Because I can't lie. I'm on that kind of spectrum where my face just says everything I'm thinking on the inside. So, if you're super ultra sensitive, that kind of thing, and you're going to be, really butthurt if I don't find it funny, I don't know what to do for you. But, as long as it's good vibes, I hate the word vibes. I just don't know what else to call it. Good energy. We want to laugh and smile and be like, ah, or like boobies or like butts or something. Good stuff. That's what Faded Fridays are about. So, if you'd like to come by and join us on a Faded Friday, I highly encourage you to. We smoke pot all day. I get inordinately high. We call it Hamburger Burger Day. And good vibes. We just like enjoy. I basically am reaction streamer for 7 hours straight, but it's awesome. I love Faded Fridays and we save all the music and stuff. But it absolutely, regardless of what my mod Rod told you, funny shit's involved. What the fuck? I get all my new music from Faded Fridays. I don't know how to find music without you guys anymore. It sucks. Hey, y'all remember when Rod used to be in that chat? In the chat, these were good times. I'm gonna be, most of the time, I would be like, oh, poor Rod, kind of deserves it right now. That motherfucker has been my friend for like 5 years. Oh, it's just a funny. It's not for Faded Friday. My reaction. Wait. What's Faded Friday then? Wait, what have we been doing on Faded Friday for the past 8 years? Help. What did we do? Did I get that high and I blacked out fucking Fridays? What do we... You know what I'm saying? Bless him. He needed a moment. Shame for shame! It's just a funny. Less than 12 hours before Faded Friday. That could have been the first funny thing we watched on Friday. That could have been the mood setter for Friday. And yet... Maybe I should just fuck it and be like, you know what? Fridays are for sadness. Let's fucking go. How bad would that be? If one day I just showed up and like, today we're the yang of the yang, my dudes. Let's fucking party. And just unleash anger and sadness and like politics. Ugh, I'd rather fucking choke on my own clit. Nope. Oh my god. Can you fucking imagine? Can you even hang Friday? Dude, just like eyeliner smeared down my face, like, it's a good day. Ah! I don't know. Does Rod deserve his sword back? Rod, what do we do on Fridays? Because, like, he shouts the rules of Fridays a lot to not know what we do on Fridays. Music and funnies, and what defines Fridays? What defines Fridays? This is a test, because I just said it a whole bunch. What define... Good vibes! That's my boy. Now, Rod, all day tomorrow, I expect you at least once every 15 minutes to be the perpetrator of said good vibes. I literally want nothing but just funny little clips. It's just a funny little Instagram. Every 15 minutes, you, all day. Guys, it's happy vibes only. The fuck was that? We're feeling good today. The fuck was that? Good vibes! If anybody's curious, I'm absolutely kidding. I know Rod knows, but if anybody out there is like, is Katie really just sitting here like fucking ordering? No. That being said, if he ever pretends not to know what fucking Faded Friday is again, I might take that sword and shove it up his fucking asshole. Cheers. But it would be a nice ass sorting. We'd find like a weird bad dragon. Why? What's your damage today? Okay. That bear looks like it was a victim of a sex crime. Sorry. The bear just like face down, ass up. That's the way we like to. Oh no. Just seemed really inappropriate back there. Anyways, it had a tale to tell. It did. It sounds like there's Faded Fridays and then there's Rod's Faded as Fuck Friday. Oh my god. That should be the punishment. If only Rod could legally consume weed. Rod is not a consumer because of the job he has, unfortunately. He can't consume. But, like, theoretically speaking, what a fun punishment to be like, here's your edible, Rod. Sit and take it. Law and Order Special Victim plushie. Oh my god. Show us on the bear where he touched you. What up, Jade? How are you? So what does the bear use to point to? Oh, shut up, Matt! Get out of my head! I don't know. I don't know. There's that one brain cell. She's doing her best. She's really tired. Look away, look away. It's been in my head for days. Look away. Fucking, what's his name? Neil Patrick Harris? Holy shit. Did you see that? I just remembered someone's name out loud. A 3-parter, too. That never happens. His voice has been stuck in my head since we started watching the series of Unfortunate Events. Yeah. 100%. That look away, look away. He's amazing. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying that show because I feel like it didn't get a lot of traction among a lot of my friends because people thought it was for kids. And I wouldn't, I mean, maybe like teens and tweens, but like, is that a natural hype train? Oh my god, Rod, just make it. Guys, all has been a rare, born organically of the salt of your loins hype train. Why am I so burpy? It just won't stop. Thank you so much for the hype train. Rod just gifted his sub to Nana. Nana, again, use a butt wizard of the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent, and I fucking can't wait to scream like an icky little magpie with you. By the way, you should always salute magpies. If you have a lot of bad luck, it's because you haven't been saluting the magpies. I think I forgot to say that earlier. Thank you for gifting a sub to Nana. I fucking appreciate you. If you don't know what a hype train is, you throw money at a streamer and you get emotes. That's about it, but I appreciate you. It's how we pay our bills. Thank you for being here today and participating. Right, Goonies? It's been such a blast. Like, watching it, I would say that watching this show, our chat has been the most, like, lit up of any show we've watched so far. It's been pretty, like, people are, like, really like it, but it's so good, and there's so many big-name actors, and it's crazy. The cast list is truly wild. Mag! Rodvius, stop it. Is there a Rodbird, I wonder? No. Mag, thank you so much for gifting a sub to I almost said Rodbird. To Rodvius. Rodvius, use a boat was the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. Oh, by the way, if you were there when we raided Rod last night, that's a tongue twister, raid Rod. And he was fighting the moose. He did eventually kill the moose. I got stuck. I got stuck watching. That moose was a fucking bitch and an ass. Thank you for gifting a sub to Victim Plush. Oh. You're a butt wizard, baby. Go forth and be consensual. The dogs do they like to chew on that bear, and I don't know why. They're a little violent to it. Magpies are witches in disguise and or deceased witches. Also, oftentimes witch familiars. Yes. Yeah. So if you didn't know that, the magpie reference was on fucking point. But yeah, you should give a magpie a little salute, because otherwise she will fuck you up. How dare you? She was watching out for you. They usually watch roads and whatnot for travel. Make sure safe travel. Make sure safe travel. That was English we just did together. Ensure safe travel. Whatever. You know what I'm saying. Wow. No, I couldn't imagine that show any other way. Fantastic across the board. Same. It's so well done. And like Neil Patrick Harris, I don't know if he's just very similar to Jim Carrey or he's really channeling Jim Carrey's portrayal of that character from the movie, but he does it in such a good way that like they're almost fluid in my head, even though they're definitely two different people. Does that make sense? As someone who didn't know anything past the movie, it's been enjoyable. The movie, I think, did a really good job. It's just they were trying to cram so much into just a movie. So many books. Like, every book is a new family member or a new instance, and there's a ton of books. 8, I think? That moose was a bitch, dude. The combo. This fucking, like, monster moose that Rod was fighting in his game, it would hit him a couple times, be fine. Hit him a couple times, be fine. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it had, like, a 4-hit combo that Rod would just be like, gah, 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 and you can't heal through it or do anything, and he'd just be like, whatever, kill me. There was no dodging it. I got mad for you. I hate shit like that. I fucking hate shit like that. Jade, have you ever had a bad experience with marijuana? Like, have you ever gotten paranoid or anxious or anything like that? If you've never had any adverse reactions to marijuana and you regularly consume marijuana, I would say that, like, medically speaking, nothing wrong. You're not going to bleed extra or anything like that. It's not going to make the tattoo, it's not going to affect the tattoo whatsoever. But, like, yeah, fuck, you're fine. You're like me. Yes, I would take an edible before a tattoo. I'd take an edible and I'd smoke. And my tattoo artist, Ryan, who, if you see Ryan Weebush comes into chat every once in a while. That's my tattoo artist that's done many of the tattoos on my body. We usually take a couple shots together in the middle of my tattoos because I usually get like 5.5 hour long tattoos. I get like body pieces. He has really nice whiskey on his desk and we'll take little shots and go smoke. And you should not get drunk or take like aspirin and shit before a tattoo. You should not do that. It does thin your blood and make you bleed extra. That's professional medical opinion. Do not do those things. You can risk shit. And if you're not a regular smoker or regular consumer of cannabis, I wouldn't, because what if this is the one time that like pain triggers the panic attack or something? I would never wish that on my worst enemy. I wouldn't wish a panic attack like that on any of you. I wouldn't want you to risk it. But if you're like me, you're daily smoker and this is baseline, it doesn't affect the tattoo and it doesn't make you bleed extra or heal different or anything like that. So you don't have to worry about that. I know. Do you want to snuggle? Do we need to go outside? What's up? What's up? You're on a weird side of me today. Hello. Okay. All right. You can lick my arm. Self-soothe, baby girl. You're going to lick my armpit back there? Let's not do that. Hi, Bubba. This is backwards. They put like 3.5 books into the movie they did. And they did a pretty good job. To be fair, I think they did a pretty good job. I know. That's her bear. That is her bear. She sleeps with it. She snuggles it. That's her baby. She grooms it. I posted an Instagram video the other day on my story of her grooming it. She does like that thing to it. That's her bear. She pulls it on the ground to sleep on it. Like, she's probably pissed I moved it. Are you pissed, baby girl? Do you need to go potty? Or... I'm not pushing you anywhere. I just want to know I just don't want to keep you if you need to potty. We can go outside. I've had a couple bad episodes where I had a panic attack and that was awful. Still don't know why those 2 times were different. I think, like, have you smoked since then and it's been fine? Because I genuinely, like, that is one of the most curious things to me is why does that happen to some people? Where it's like, you're totally fine, and then all of a sudden I'm going to have a panic attack? Okay. It's the pinchy bitey. Yeah, it's like that. She does that to that bear, and she licks it. Hi, bud. Coming in from the other side. You love your sister and she hates you. I know, she's such a bitch. She's such a mean sister, but she loves you. I mean, you love her. You don't, I don't know what you feel. I don't know if you love Lil. Can you love? These are my poodles, everyone. Welcome. She does. She grooms the bear. Absolutely. She loves that bear. I've had that bear since I lived in Baltimore. She loves it. I don't know why I keep it other than it's hers. She loves it. Yeah, some cannabinoids, maybe that's what it is. Because nowadays, weed is so... It's like scientifically down to a point where they're like specifying what cannabinoids. It might have been a very particular terpene profile or cannabinoid profile that just triggered the shit. She loves to lay on me like this. Ma'am, you unplugged me. Thank you. You're fine. Just chill. Where's the there? What up, Destroy the Illusion? How are you, love? I'll occasionally have a bad trip with weed if I'm having other anxiety or stress, but it's rare. Yeah, I feel bad because weed is my relief from that anxiety and stress. So, like, I don't know what I would do if it caused it. Do you know what I'm saying? What are you doing? What are you doing, BB girl? Hug times? Okay. If you weren't like 70 pounds, I'd pick you up, but I don't think I can without hurting one of us. You're a big girl, baby girl. Is Twitch being a Twitch fuck today again? Do you think withdrawal from weed could cause anxiety? I think what happens is you can get in a routine that is potentially unhealthy where you are smoking away stress and anxiety that is underlying there no matter what, and you're not dealing with it. Because as far as we know, there is nothing in the cannabinoid profile that is actually chemically addicting. That being said, the definition of addiction is varied and weird, and like, really, does there have to be a chemical profile or not profile, what's the word? Component for it to be addicting? It could be habit forming, right? So the habit is that, like, let's say I have a job that just causes me anxiety. In general, my job causes me anxiety. So I get into the habit of every day after work, I smoke a joint to relieve that anxiety, and then suddenly you don't have weed anymore. You're still going to feel that anxiety that you've been covering up with weed all the time. You're not assessing the actual, like, the base cause of said anxiety to alleviate it. You're just band-aiding over the anxiety. Does that make sense? It's kind of like a classic conditioning a little bit of yourself. Like, if I don't have coffee in the morning, I start to get anxious before I get the caffeine headache because I know that caffeine headache's coming, but that's because I'm fucking chemically addicted to coffee. We'll take a break, Miss Ma'am. Thank you for dismounting gently and not clawing the fuck out of me. Twitch has been a bitch for a week now. I feel like we had a good week and then it was bitchy again. So BF has no insurance, has a swollen mouth, but has to wait till Monday to see the dentist. Do you know of any cheap to free ways to be seen just to get antibiotics? Clinic. Do you guys have little clinics? What are they called? They're just quick clinics, but do they have a fucking name? Oh my god, what are they called? Just like those little clinics that are all over the place. They're like walk-in clinics. But literally, urgent care, thank you, urgent care clinics. They're everywhere. They're privately owned. They usually take insurance, thankfully. But sometimes you'll have a waiting time of like sitting in a waiting room, but you will be seen. And oftentimes if you call ahead of time, they'll give you a waiting time, like right now this is the waiting time in the ER. What's your problem? Tell them, be like, I know I need some fucking antibiotics. I already have an appointment with a doctor, but my mouth is so swollen I can't fucking swallow or eat anything, and I think it's about to turn into an emergency. What do you suggest? Something like that. But yeah, urgent care, minute clinics, yeah. Those are 100% what you should go to. Because if it's more serious, they get you into the doctor, no questions asked, right then on that moment. That I would do 100%. So, I mean, I don't know if this gives you, like, I don't know how long you've gone without health insurance, how you've dealt with this, whatever. I haven't had health insurance in a while, and it's because I have pretty fucking good health, and I'm very, very gracious for that, and I are grateful, and I do not take that for granted. But what I have learned in not having health insurance is that it's actually cheaper not to have it most of the time. So, for instance, if you have insurance, going to the ER is like $1,000 bill, but the moment you tell them you don't have insurance, it goes down to like 300, and then they usually have some sort of financial aid program that will take another 80% off that, and you end up paying like $50. The reason that bill is so big when you have insurance is because they're trying to make up the difference for everything insurance companies claim are unnecessary in the hospital. I've talked about this so many times. I feel like I'm a broken record. Like I can talk about it again. I do not mind. I just don't want to be annoying about it. But I used to have to bill shit by hand. It was fucking crazy. What you learn, like, and you hospitals, medical institutions are at the behest of insurance companies. So literally, if I'm like, hey, my patient's oxygen saturation is below 90% and I want to give them a nasal cannula, and the insurance company says, nope, what do you think I'm going to do? I'll give you 3 guesses. The answer is, I'm going to go pull that nasal cannula and I'm going to put it on my patient. Unfortunately now, I don't know who's going to pay for it. So what happens is the hospital ends up accumulating all of these extra charges that insurance companies just claim are unnecessary, like oxygen, and we end up having to put them onto other things. But once we know that we're not billing an insurance company, literally 90% of that bill gets wiped. It's pretty fucking phenomenal. You can also literally, and this is the thing, call and ask. I'll call and ask. Call. Hey, I don't have health insurance and I've got a gnarly mouth infection. What's it going to cost me to come in and get some antibiotics? That's what these urgent clinics are for, because a lot of people treat them like the doctor because we don't have health insurance, because we literally can't afford it. It would cost me $600 a person to have health insurance. A month. That's crazy. Just to throw that up, that is not what I pay in medical fees a month. So, not worth it. $100%. I mean, seriously, call. That's what these places do. I grew up in a family of like construction workers and shit. There is maybe one company in the entire world that is a construction company that offers healthcare to their employees. That shit doesn't even exist. I lived in these urgent care clinics as a kid with my dad because he'd like chop his finger off and shit on the job, literally. Or, you know, huge cuts in his arms. Just crazy shit would happen all the time. We lived in these urgent care clinics. They're it's business. It's not feely, touchy. Oh, I'm your doctor now. We're here, like, to get you some antibiotics to get you through the weekend. Like, that's what they're all about. Need that OF feet money for $600 a person a month, dude. I don't even think that would do it. Fuck, the system's messed up in the US. 100%. They don't care if we live or die. All right, let's take a break because I literally can't wheel my chair in because my dogs are just all around me. First break of the day. Stretch your legs, take a break, get a drink, do what you need to do. Again, okay. Or avoid. Hello, my sweet boy. What are you up to? What are you doing? You're very cute. He's just the sweetest boy that's ever boyed. You're just the sweetest boy to ever boy in the whole world. You are. I know. Okay. I know. I think he needs to be groomed soon because I think they're going to start getting hot. You're so floofy. Look at those curls. Okay. I have that. I do have, what is it called? I can't remember the name of it. It's not called catastrophe insurance, but I have, like, disaster insurance. I don't know what the fuck you would call that. Like, if I'm in a car accident or something, knock on wood. But I don't have, like, general medical, dental with, all that. But I mean, like, this is an example, and I'm not saying anyone should follow my lead on this. I have liability, 100%. I have car insurance and shit. I'm not crazy. So for instance, do you guys remember this past Thanksgiving when Zach got his finger bit off by a dog? No health insurance. So we literally, like, instantaneously panic in my soul because not only is it was a holiday weekend night at shift change that dog decided to bite his fucking finger off. And I know that sounds crazy to anyone not in America, but we have surge pricing in the hospital. So you come in on a weekend or a holiday or at shift change and your price is going to be bigger because you are more work, which is crazy. Healthcare, it's a business. And, like, literally, we're sitting there, like, it's crazy when you're just pouring blood in a sink and the tip of your finger and the finger bone has been bit off, and you're sitting there like, oh, God, what's it gonna cost? Can we super glue it? Literally, do you know what got us in the ER? Zach took the paper towel off it. I had to watch it fountain blood, and he goes, would you lose your license if you didn't take me to the ER right now? And I said, yes. That's what gets Americans into the ER, which is insane. So we went and we were just like, well, I guess this is our Christmas present to each other, whatever the fuck this bill is. It was under $1,000 for x-ray, stitches, and painkillers. I want to say it was around $600. With insurance, the bill would have been around $3,700. Like, that's what would have been charged to my insurance company. Of which I probably still would have paid around $600 of that bill or whatever the deductible was. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the moment we said no insurance, they took the bill out of my hand and went and changed it. That's wild. He did. They sewed it back on, fingernail and everything, but they never found the bone tip. Like, the dog went right through his nail bed of his finger, and the doctor said that the tip of his finger bone was missing and he didn't find it. Fucking gnarly. I put the picture in NSFW Gross in our Discord. So if you guys, like, go filter it by posts by Katie, I think one of the last posts I posted in there was literally the pictures of his finger if you want to see it. I'm still waiting to figure out what this Frankenfinger is going to cost me. You're under VA, right, V? Sorry, that was a lot of V's. My MRIs are 2 times as expensive with insurance. They are. Because they're just, literally, we're just trying to make up all these other costs and that insurance won't pay for, which is insane. Dude, Kills, did he not tell this story? Oh my God, it was Thanksgiving. His brother's dog went to kill Lilith. And Zach instinctually put his hand between the 2 dogs, and the dog that tried to kill my daughter bit the tip of his fucking finger off. And I am so thankful for that instinct of him every day of my life. She's under my desk. I'm just looking at her, literally. Having done what Zeke did, it's a Russian roulette of what's going to happen, literally. Like, you have no idea. You have no idea what's going to happen. But I'm sure the vast majority of us here have that same instinct of, like, my dog, my child. And you don't even think about it. You just put yourself in the way. I'm grateful we have that. Yeah. But, like, it was gnarly. Yeah, this happened last Thanksgiving. I was just using this as an example of, like, this is the last time I saw a crazy bill. Where, like, the ER bill was, I mean, he had surgery. He had local anesthetic done. X-ray. We saw 2 different nurses and a doctor. So I'm just trying to quantify. I'm putting together, like, all of this is extra bill. And it was a weekend, holiday, at shift change, night. And our bill was around $600, like $640 after everything with painkillers. Why? Why? He saved your life. One of the times I had surgery for kidney stones, they sent me a bill for something like $10K. I told them, look, I only make this much a year. Even with insurance, I couldn't make their monthly payments. So a rep talked to the hospitals, was like, well, let me see if we can get you on financial aid. And a day or two later, I got word back that like 86 or something of it was written off. Isn't that beautiful? Let's take a quick break. I could literally talk about this forever. The last thing I wanted to say, though, for anybody that's taking off before we play games, date everything. Whatever bill you get, contest it, call your insurance company. Call them and contest everything. Always. Second piece of advice, in America, at least. Everything's fucked, but as of right now, you cannot go to collections for a medical bill as long as they know you're still alive. Because we have that whole, do no harm. You show up at the ER with something life-threatening, we're going to treat you. We're not going to examine insurance first. We're not going to examine status of immigration into our country first. None of that. I don't care. I don't care if you have heroin in your pocket. I'm going to save your life on the spot. Therefore, I cannot send you to collections for the bill of saving your life on the spot if I know you're alive. So as long as you call them and be like, I can't pay this bill. Well, you have to pay this bill. I can't. Well, that's all you got to do. You can literally write a check every month for $1. You don't even have to call. That is proof you're alive. They'll nag you for the rest of your fucking life and it'll be a fucking nightmare. But it's the best advice I can give. Just don't disappear. Because that's when it goes to like this special medical collections. It's basically like we're tracking down to see whether you're dead. Because you've disappeared. Like that's it. Currently, right? Currently. Call your insurance company. Give them hell. Currently. But I mean, you all know we have had tentative plans for our compound for years, and if that has to happen, like me and my bitches know what's up. We got witches on our side, and also responsible gun owners, and we'll be okay. So I'll be right back. Ow! Welcome back, everybody. Zach just took such a fucking terrible shit. I literally couldn't pee without wanting to puke. It assaulted my senses. I think he might be dying on the inside. It's Spotify. Spotify just stopped and went to the beginning of the playlist and said, fuck it. I'm really sad because that's a really pretty song. What is that song called? It's like Pink. I'm going to play it for you because it's really pretty. I can't believe it just stopped like that. Pink Plus White by Frank Ocean. We were whispering because the music stopped out of nowhere and I didn't want to come in just like, hey, because you were just sitting in it. Like it just stopped because Spotify is a cunt these days. I don't fucking know. No, I made zucchini bread last night and I'm the only person that ate it. I just want someone to eat my bread. Do we have new Nine Inch Nails for tomorrow? That's exciting. I'm skeptical. I'm here for it, but I'm skeptical. Gotta save it for Faded Friday. Spotify's blinkerinkin'. Don't. We're nixing Spotify tomorrow again because it's just being weird just now on a break. I don't know what's wrong with it, but they broke it. Someone broke it. I don't even need to be audibly told it's delicious. If the bread gets et and disappears, I know you liked it. But I have so much zucchini and I don't know what else to do other than make chocolate chip zucchini bread. And I'm just freezing it at this point. I'm very depressed. So, you know what cures my depression? Dating furniture. I wouldn't consider myself a baker, though. I'm just a bitch. Just some bitch. Cheers. How bad would I feel throwing it in my compost? The squash or the bread? If it goes bad, I don't feel bad. I mean, I'd be sad. I don't know. Honestly, no. I grew it. That's the success. I just wish someone wanted to eat it. My favorite meals I've ever cooked have included those moments where the whole table is just mostly silent, just enjoying the food, not because the conversation stalled, because they're caught up in what they're doing. It's like crack to a cook. I like when people are quiet too. I know, I have so much, and at this point, like, I thought the zucchini bread would get eaten, but it's not. So now I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with it. I just got too much. Can't talk masticating. Maybe that's what I should do is... Did it do it again? Okay, fuck it. Let's play the game. Fuck you, Spotify. You broke yourself, you disappointing chode. You smell of soot and poo. And sadness and boy. This audio better work. You fuck twat. Like, a potential relationship being 100% based on, like, whether or not I won a game of, you know, chess or checkers or, like, you know, literally anything, that would make me nervous. Time did the thing, my dudes, and I need to get my dogs outside. Thank you for hanging out with me today. It rained like fuck yesterday, and I migraine all day, so my dogs have been trapped inside for 2 days. Tomorrow is Faded Friday. This is that you only have one sleep left until Faded Friday. Faded Friday is good vibes and awesome music and funny stuff from TikTok or Instagram or YouTubes or whatever. Just like stuff that made you smile. We try to keep videos under 5 minutes. Please come by and hang out. It's awesome. I fucking love Faded Friday. It's the best. We all need to go stretch our bits and stuff, though. Seriously, I have the worst kink in my shoulder neck. I've been fighting it all day, and I'm just gonna go throw myself on a floor and try to stretch that bitch out, because it's tight and not the fun way. It's not tight in the fun way, and I hate it so much. So make sure to stretch and take care of yourselves, my dudes. And again, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you to the Raiders who came and followed and decided to hang out with us. I appreciate you, but I truly think you should stand up and stretch your fucking legs and all of those things. Yeah, Faded Friday. There was one other thing I was gonna well, it's gone now. Take care of yourselves. Take your joy. Maybe that was it. Take your joy? I don't know. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you bright and early in the morning for coffee, good times, musics. Did you want to come say bye? Was it you? You kind of smell like a fart. What's up, bud? Is it your breath? Okay, let's not unplug the controller. Have a beautiful day, my dudes. I love you. Do you love them? What do you say, bud? Okay. Good job. Thank you for the follow!